Hello everyone, this is Dr. Frank Tianxie, your instructor for Marketing 454. This is Chapter 17, PR, Publicity, and Corporate Advertising. Let's see how is PR, public relations, defined. How is PR defined? Okay. First, it's a management function, meaning that's an internal company function, right, which evaluates public attitudes, okay, and identifies the policies and procedures, okay, of an organization, the public interest, okay, and executes a program of action and communication to earn public understanding and acceptance. That's what the PR is defined. Okay? So PRs, there are different stages in the PR management. First stage, determination and evaluation of PR public attitudes. First, you need to know, how is public viewing you, what kind of attitude is public having towards your company. And then you need to identify your policies and procedures, and then you develop and execute the program for PR management. Okay. From the traditional PR perspective is you have a PR department within the company, usually at the headquarters level, right? It deals with your customers, investors, government agencies, employees, suppliers, and the communities. Right? So interact with them to manage your PR. Okay? That's a traditional perspective. Okay? And but sometimes it's not always that your PR people and your marketing people are working together. In some companies, they have separate functions; they're not joined. Okay, and in other companies, the better run companies, they have PR and they have marketing department. They are coordinated and equal, right? But they're still running separately, but they're coordinated well. So that's good. You achieve some synergy. It's best if you can have an integrated one with the PR and marketing department, working together in sync, seamlessly, to achieve your promotional and the PR goals. Okay? Hold on one second. Let me get that down. And marketing PR functions include, build market excitement before media ads break. If you can successfully run a PR campaign, and you can build market excitement. And I think some companies like Apple does that very well. Okay, you can defend products at risk and give consumers reason to buy. Sometimes you find that your product is at risk for whatever reason, and you can create ad news where there is no product news. Okay, and then you can introduce product with little or no advertising. That would be the ideal situation. You can provide a value-added customer service, okay? Provide a build brand to consumer bonds, okay? And influence the influentials, people who have influence over other people, and improve your return on investment. Okay? This example of marketing PR in practice by Pillsbury. And Pillsbury, they have this bake off contest. Okay, and this 43rd Pillsbury Bake Off Contest, terms, conditions, winning recipes, America's favorite recipes, sweepstakes, to use all these, management PR work, to help maintain their brand, Pillsbury. Okay? The benefit of MPR, is a very cost-effective way to reach the market. It's a highly targeted way to conduct PRs. and the endorsement by independent third parties is good. And so you can achieve, a lot of credibility here and makes advertising message more credible, break through clutter, and circumvent resistance to sales efforts, improved media involvement with customers, create influence among opinion leaders, and improve your ROI. Okay? But there are disadvantages of NPR. There could be a lack of control over media. You don't know what they can do, write about you, talk about you. It could be difficult to tie in slogans or other advertising devices. And media time and space are not always guaranteed. Okay? And there's no standard for effective measurement. That's a disadvantage. Okay? The process of PR, okay? Basically you start with determining and evaluating public attitudes, find out about the public attitude towards you, okay? Establish a PR plan, developing and executing the plan, the PR program, and measure program effectiveness. If you find your attitude toward a company is not favorable, and you run your PR and you measure it again, see if it's improving. And how do you determine PR audiences, right? You have internal or associated audience, and then you have external or independent audience. Who are your internal audiences? Employees. Your PR actually targets your employees as well. Stockholders and investors, community, right? Suppliers and customers. These are your internal or associated audience, right? And then there's the external and independent audience, like media, the educators, your professors are, and there's civic and business organizations, right? Governments and financial groups to Wall Street. These are the external and independent audience you pay attention to. Okay? How do you implement the PR program? You can use a lot of tools in PR, including press release, okay? Press conference, you have exclusive interviews of your executives with some media outlets. You have community involvement, okay? Use the internet, use interviews, for example. Okay? Advantage of PR. PR provides credibility, right? And it's quite achieve cost savings, and avoidance of clutter. You can use PR to generate lead, and PR could have achieved some selectivity and building your image of the company. Okay? The potential problem with PR is, PR campaign is there's a potential for incomplete communication process, okay? Not achieving your goal, and the receiver not making connection to the source. That'll be bad. You have wasted coverage there. You waste money on your PR work. There could be a lack of coordination with the marketing department, okay? And there could be inconsistent and redundant communications with bad PR. Okay? This is an example of General Mills. General Mills, they capitalize on publicity. Okay? It says here, studies show the whole grain may help manage weight. Okay? And then 9 out of 10 lacking whole grain in diet. Okay? Studies show whole grain is good for the heart. Now, they have this series of whole grain, cereals. Okay? Now every General Mills cereal is made with whole grain. Okay? That's using PR and publicity and marketing, communication, advertising. How do you measure PR effectiveness? And you can see measured by looking at the contributions made, okay? What was achieved, some quantitative measures, or maybe some just quality measures. Okay? These are the criteria for measuring PR effectiveness: the number of impressions over time, number of impressions on the target audience, the number of impressions on specific target audience, the percentage of positive articles over time, the percentage of negative articles over time, the ratio of positive to negative articles, okay? The percentage of positive over negative articles by subject, the percentage of positive negative articles by publication or reporter, percentage of positive negative articles by target audience. Okay? Additional measures of PR effectiveness. Walter Lindemann has this recommendations. You can ask yourself the question: did the audience receive the message? Did they pay attention to the message? Right? Was the message understood? Was the message retained? Okay? Mark Weiner suggests another tool, some other tools using media content analysis, analyze the contents in media, survey research, use marketing mix modelings to measure effectiveness of your PR. Okay. Publicity. There's some publicity versus PR, right? Publicity is the generation of news about a person, product, or service that appears in the media. Right? It's a short-term strategy. It's a subset of PR, but not always positive, because when media run a story about you, oftentimes it's negative. Okay? Often originates outside of the firm. Okay? The publicity. Okay? And this is a company's company's response to negative publicity. This is the treetop apple juice, okay? And they had a problem, and they had a problem about the safety of their juice to children. Is it safe or not, right? And they have this ad saying, at treetop, 100% pure means 100% safe. And they said about our business children, nobody goes greater lengths to protect their health, etc. Okay? That's their guarantee here. Pros and cons of publicity. Basically, the pros of publicity is the substantial credibility, especially because it's done or provided by a third-party media, right? There's a news value there. There's significant word of mouth. People talk about those, okay? And perceptions of media endorsement seems to be, the media is endorsing you, at least the perception, even though it's not really the case. Disadvantage, timing is difficult or impossible to control. It could be inaccuracy, omission, or distortion may result from publicity. Okay? Next is our corporate advertising. Basically, that's an extension of the PR function. It's the advertising about your company, corporation. It does not promote a specific product or service, but promotes the organization itself. Okay? To enhance its image, to assume a position on an issue or cause, or seek involvement. Okay? Corporate advertisement. Okay? Why is corporate advertising controversial? There are opponents to corporate advertising. Okay? And they argue that consumers are not interested in this form of advertising. Okay? They also argue this is a costly form of corporate self-indulgence. Okay? And they assume the firm must be in trouble. That's why you need corporate advertisement. If not, you wouldn't be, right? And corporate advertising is a waste of money. That's why corporate advertising kind of like controversial. Okay? Objectives of corporate advertising: you want to create positive image for the company. You want to communicate your company's viewpoint on certain things. You want to use that to boost your employee morale, and you smooth the labor relations. It's a union, help newly deregulated industries and establish diversified company identity. Here's the objectives. Type of corporate advertisement. You can have image advertising. like a general image, positioning ad, sponsorship, recruitment, financial support, and you can have event sponsorship. You can have advocacy advertising, have cost-related advertising, so corporate advertising. Okay, this is the employee recruitment ad by Grant Thornton. Okay, a passion for the business of accounting. This is their running ad, at the company, corporate. Event sponsorship. Okay. Corporate sponsorship of events, certain events, could be sporting events, courses, cultural events, music, entertainment, festivals, arts. Okay. Advocacy advertising, propagating ideas and elucidating controversial social issues of public importance in a manner that supports the interests of the sponsor. That's advocacy advertising. Okay. Cause-related marketing, a form of marketing where companies link with charities or nonprofit organizations as contributing sponsors. Excuse me. Like this one here. This is Nike with this Susan Komen, foundation on breast cancer. So they have this new shoe called 769, official shoe of Susan Komen Race for the Cure. For 20 years we have been running towards a cure. Okay, so that's cost-related marketing, supporting this woman's health. Pros and cons of corporate advertising, and the advantages include like excellent vehicle for positioning the company, and takes advantage of benefits derived from PR, and reaches a selected target market. But disadvantage, it may have questionable effectiveness. It may raise questions of constitutionality and ethics, okay, as we said before. How do you measure effectiveness of corporate advertising? Okay? You can do attitude surveys. You can look at stock prices. Okay? You can use focus group research. Okay? I think that's all I have for today. Okay, I'll see you next time.